Hello, hello. Are you comfortable? Are you sat down? Because today's video is slightly different. I'm just going to talk you through an email that came in to our company last night and the response I gave. And the reason I'm doing that today is because I just want to put it out there to all you lot. I want to hear your responses. Do you agree with me? Or do you agree with what the customer is saying? Is there something I'm missing? Is there something the customer's missing? Give us as much insight as possible. It's possibly quite a controversial subject, so any feedback on this will be muchly, greatly, wonderfully appreciated. So, without further ado, this is the email that I got back. I won't say the name or who it's from. There is a name, which helps, and there is an email address, which also helps. The subject is environmental concerns. So, to whom it may concern, I came across your brand on my search for ethical, sustainable clothing. I was disappointed to see that most of your social media content is AI generated. As a brand that prides itself on environmental sustainability, I urge you to research the impacts of using AI. Such issues involve extreme water wastage, the flooding of low-income areas globally, and increasing ocean temperatures. If you truly care about the environment, you should take these things into consideration. Sincerely, a concerned customer. Whoa! Blow me down. I was slightly taken back by that because, one, if I'm genuinely honest, I didn't realise that AI had such a huge impact. And two, we barely use AI. We have done a few adverts recently and we have some jokey stuff on our social media pages, but pretty much everything, bar a few background and a couple of model changes, is organically, naturally generated, which has taken a lot of work. So, I do take everything on board that comes in, and I had to respond, obviously. And as a company director, I do take things very seriously. So if there's something I'm missing, then please let me know. I do need to do more research into that, obviously. But I'm putting it out there to you lot as well. And I want you to hear my response. It is quite long-winded, so stay tuned and stay comfortable. Thank you for your feedback. It means a lot to us and helps us to improve. Saying that, if you have seen all of our social media content, you will be aware that we create 95% of our content naturally without any AI generation. We are, however, moving with the times by incorporating AI into some of our content, and we find that works very well for us. Reducing our carbon emissions by travelling so far to create scenes and backgrounds that suit our marketing. It also helps reduce our costs considerably, meaning we actually have a chance at growing our business rather than see it collapse due to overpriced marketing campaigns, an entire team of people working on one small project who all require payment. We are proud of our content and the direction the company is moving, still with a focus on sustainability. The clothing industry, which as you all know we are in, as I'm sure you are aware, is far from sustainable. And that is why we make sure our clothes are exceptional quality that stand the test of time. The largest water usage actually comes from the dyeing of textiles in this business. So if we really want to focus on what is solely best for the planet, we would need to put all fashion companies into administration / liquidation and wear the same garments for years. This is when I ask people to take a look at their own wardrobe. We feel that the fast fashion industry is having a much greater impact than the inevitable AI in this industry, as a few marketing videos and background changes on 5% of our content really doesn't compare. Again, we appreciate your concern, your taking the time to put this to us, and your dedication to sustainability. AI will not stop, I'm afraid, so as a company, you either go with it or you become unsustainable yourselves. I personally believe everything I have said, and it's come from my heart. I don't see how a few background changes and a couple of model changes and 2 funny reels of 2 AI mannequins talking on a beach, which last, I think it was 7 seconds or something like that, is having a greater impact on the planet from WaveMe Ltd as dyeing the cottons that we dye. I would be more concerned, if you are into sustainability, about the fact that you are wearing a blue Sherpa-lined long hoodie. Sustainable or not, the amount of water that has gone in to creating this garment is astronomical. So in terms of sustainability as a company, all you can do is try to reduce carbon in every other area. The fact of the matter is, let's get honest, manufacturing in the UK is through the roof. Unless you wanted to pay £300 for this long hoodie, which I don't think you do. I mean, it is gorgeous, snuggly, and extremely warm on a very fresh day like today. Unless you want to pay £300 for that, it has to be manufactured elsewhere. It is designed in Britain, but it's manufactured in Pakistan, because we have a great working business relationship between the UK and Pakistan. And we plough billions of pounds into Pakistan to keep that import going. And that's one of the reasons why we've chosen Pakistan. It keeps our costs down. It's fair trade. Everything is done kosher. There are taxes paid on everything. The people who manufacture our garments they take regular holidays. They work the hours that suit them. Basically, sorry, I've swallowed my own saliva. Basically, we have a great working relationship. But the carbon, it's, they come in by air. They also come in with quantities and quantities of other products and other items that are being imported to the UK. That's not going to stop unless the UK changes things and makes things affordable in this country. Unless the government takes action and does something to increase our manufacturing over here and, gets rid of some of the red tape so that it's sustainable for businesses to actually employ people these days, then nothing's going to change. And we do our absolute best. Our T-shirts are all sustainable. They're made out of recycled materials, polyester. And the biggest issue, like I said, within the fashion industry, is the water usage. That's huge. But it is also the fast fashion. And we are not fast fashion. So this is why we are sustainable as well. We create designer. Everything's been designed from scratch. We create designer quality, 6-stage quality control garments, which stand the test of time. They're there to last, not to end up on landfill. They're there to be passed down. They're there to be worn year after year after year. We don't bring in half as many different colours and patterns as what the rest of the industry does. We don't do that. We have got something in design at the moment, which is fabulous, but it comes in slowly, and we don't push seasonal colour changes. We don't push any of that. Live in your garments, wear them to death, for goodness sake, and don't let them end up on landfill. Reuse them, give them to charity afterwards. We provide all of this advice and information on our website. So I think as a company, we're doing the absolute best we can. And I find it really difficult to believe that AI is actually having more of an impact within our company than if we were driving in the camper van down to different areas of the coast and all across the country and abroad, traveling to try and get photo shoots and content done. You know, we can pay monthly and we can change our backgrounds. Is this going to be an issue that could be stopped? You can't stop AI. AI is going to have a mind of its own. AI is going to keep rolling out. And I went into it absolutely kicking and screaming. We both did. My husband and I, who's also a director of WaveMe, personally didn't like AI. You know, we're scared of it. Where's it going to go? Where's it going to take us? And we've been saying this for years and years and years before you could swap models around on the computer. And we are tech phobes. We don't like it. But unless you get with it and move with the times, you are literally going to collapse as a business. You'll be spending more money than the next. You'll have less profit. And with the way the UK is at the moment, it won't be sustainable at all. You won't survive. The business will collapse. And we don't want that. And the people who support WaveMe don't want that. They're helping us and supporting us to grow. My question to you is this helping us? This information? Is this helping us? Should I be researching this further? Should I be putting a complete stop to changing our backgrounds or generating the odd video? Like I said, it's probably less than 5% of our content in all honesty, but let's say 5%. What's your opinion? What do I need to do? And is this from a competitor? Is this from somebody else? Or is this from a customer? I don't know. And if it's you, if you're the one that sent this email, please respond to my email that I sent you. Because I'm really interested in what you have to say. And I do take these things seriously. I'm just a bit flabbergasted at the moment. I'll leave it with you. Cheers.